Veruna, angry with the recent incursions, sent an expeditionary force to the Zon coast. In the past, few dared venture there. Those who did seldom returned. This fact was not lost on the common sailors of the fleet. A Verunan sailor wrote in his log,
"The coast of Zon came up and we saw some flying beasties that scared some of the younger men. By Leah's beard, not a one of us like this place. The Zon beasts may need your livers, so we hear. The captain says, not to be fearful. It's easy for him. He'll stay aboard. Sharktooth the Younger, warship Veruna Storm."
On deck, first-timers froze in terror at an awful sound from deep within the Zon jungle. The tortured screams of living nightmares lying in wait.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Let's Play Total Annihilation Kingdoms. I'm your host, Neruz, and this is Mission 6. In Mission 6, we are taking over the last of the 4 factions in Kingdoms. The idiots, I mean the Verunans. Veruna is the, if you remember, I was talking about how Taros is invading Aramon. And Aramon is the big continent, and Taros is the nasty wasteland continent. Well, Aramon and Taros being ruled by Garakai's sons has sort of a rivalry thing going on. Well, and Veruna and Zon, being ruled by Garakai's daughters, also has a sort of rivalry thing going on. Veruna is the archipelago that I mentioned, which translates to meaning Veruna are good at boats. And Zon is the final landmass. It's also, I believe, the smallest continent, and the least known. Zon is like a wild, untamed land full of beasts and nastiness. Veruna, on the other hand, is all about trade, pretty much. So, if you remember back in Mission... was it Mission 4? Yeah, Mission 4. Zon sent a bunch of dudes to attack Veruna, so that Veruna wouldn't be able to come to Aramon's aid when Taros attacked. And Veruna decided that they couldn't stand for that. So the solution, in their mind, was to attack Zon. Zon, the unexplored, full of monsters, holy fuck you do not want to be here, wild continent, led by Thersha, the most reclusive of Garakai's children, who basically just wants to be left alone. Great idea, Veruna. Yeah. That can't possibly go wrong. So we have our little force of boats, and the boats are loaded up with men, and we've got some priestesses, or the builders, for Veruna. And we're gonna set up our lodestones and build our enclaves. We'll have a little base, and we'll build a guard tower. I think I actually need to build like 3 guard towers to win the mission or something, I forget. But, remember, like, all of this stuff, because the next mission... Huh, that was weird. The next mission we're going to be coming back here again, so to speak. I have no idea why the saber-tooth tiger was attacking that Zon lodestone, by the way. Ah! It appears that someone would like to talk to the IRC. One moment. And we're back. Unpause game. So I'll just send my dudes up here to murder some more dudes. And there's not really much to say about this. I think I'll just build some more guard towers. So warriors are the Veruna line melee unit, and they're basically the same as the Aramon swordsmen, only a bit weaker and a bit faster. Crossbowmen are the Verunan basic ranged unit, and they are like archers, which we saw in the earlier missions with Aramon, but they shoot slower and do a bit more damage. I think they might be a bit more accurate too, I don't know. In general, Veruna's troops, at least the low tier, tier 1 Verunan troops built from the Enclave, are like Aramon's, only kinda shittier. And this is the guard tower, which is the Verunan tier 1 defensive structure, and it's pretty much exactly like Aramon's guard tower, only shittier. It even has the 2 archers in it. Veruna and Aramon are fairly similar. They're relatively close, and they are usually allies. Plus, they are both kingdoms of humans, whereas Taros, well, technically a kingdom of humans, is now becoming significantly less kingdom of humans, and significantly more kingdom of dead people. Pretty sure that 4th guard tower will win me this mission. But before that finishes, remember back at the start when I unloaded the troops from the boats? Did you note how the troops sort of marched away in a single file as they teleported out one after another? That is probably the biggest change to the way transports work in Total Annihilation Kingdoms, and that change alone pretty much single-handedly makes transports viable. You can totally do like amphibious invasions where you just pull up with ships and unload a bunch of dudes. There it is. See you next time, ladies and gentlemen.